There comes a time in everyone's life, I believe, to where decisions have to be made quickly. It's a life and death situation, but someone's got to do it. My name is Heath Allen. I would consider myself adventurous, and I love to travel, and that combination is what put me in the right place at the right time, exactly when an elderly woman needed me the most. It all starts when I was 21 years old. My cousin Will and another one of my best friends asked me to come along with them to a trip to Hawaii with one-way tickets for an undetermined amount of time. Um, we've been there about a week, and we decided to go to the beach, which we had done several times already that week. It was just a short walk from our hotel. It was a beautiful day in Hawaii, as 99% of the days are. Um, we didn't have a care on our minds. We took a swim in the ocean, and everything was beautiful. The water was great. In between where I was in the water, Will, my cousin, was 20 yards out, along with another man who was out there doing a backstroke. And both were oblivious to the world around them, just living in the moment. Um, in between them and me was an elderly woman. She was in her 70s, and I realized quickly that she was struggling for her life. This was my moment to choose to to act quick, and I did. I swam to her, um, and kept her above the water so she wasn't going to drown. She was gasping for air and choking on water. She had no energy left. She couldn't stand. I got her to shallower water and convinced her that she could stand, and finally she gained her ground, and she was still in a slight panic, and couldn't catch her breath, had no energy. She couldn't stand. Her legs and arms were both used and exhausted to the point to where they were no good. I walked her up to the beach slowly and was met there by her husband, they who was the backstroker, out oblivious in the ocean, and they thanked me, and that's where we parted ways. But I have no doubt that the woman would have died that day in a matter of another 30 seconds. She was completely exhausted and was not going to be able to keep herself afloat. And if I hadn't been there at the right time, I do believe she would have died. The day started out like any other day before, but ended up putting me to the test of whether I was going to act and be quick enough to make a difference in someone's life, or if I chose to just be a bystander and not help. And I chose to act, and I feel like I saved her life that day. And that day is an inspiration to me and has been ever since.